Mimi nilikuwa okay, sitaki kusema nini but
Director Msoto.
I think that is the best time we can use.
Okay.
So, but Mungu alinisaidia. Saipan. Wakati nilikuwa director pale, I did it free. Kama silipwi hata hela moja for 1 year. Mwaka mzima nilifanya kama silipwi. Natafuta njia za kusurvive. So, nikitafuta njia za kusurvive hapa bado nikiwa director, nikaanza kazi ya umakanga. Na hakuna mtu alikuwa anajua. Mimi nilikuwa naenda, I used to do morning shows. Hata watu wakaingia Facebook,
Ulikuwa naenda gari za wapi? Route gani?
Kayole. Kuna gari zinaitangwa Kani Travelers. Na bado ziko hata saa hii. So, watu wakaingia shows za Mugambo FM, waangalie huko nyuma kabisa, they will find me there. Nikiwa kakijana tu, kena ini fulani, but Mungu ni mkuu. So nilikuwa naenda, nikiingia morning hours, nakuja napanga hizi shows zingine, some other few stuffs, naenda huko nawaambia kuna mahali nakimbia, naenda kupiga umakanga, so that by jioni nikuwe na pesa ya kukula sapa. Because many other times I used to sleep hungry, kufungiwa nyumba. Mimi nimelala kesha za compulsory.
Hello everyone, my good name is Martha Soipan and welcome back to Soipan Fraternity. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time or place you're watching us from. This is another time, another episode, another season. And today I'm so honored and I really thank God because I've been looking for this young gentleman, I'll call him gentleman, who I've seen him grow from scratch, and I really thank God. And like I've always said, like Soipan Fraternity is here to give you voice to the voiceless, hope to those people who think that their life has come to an end. And I'm sure our guest will encourage you, inspire you. Just like I've always said, take a seat, have a cup of coffee or chocolate and enjoy the show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. And without further ado, I welcome him. Hi, my brother. Wasana, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're good?
Yes, I'm good.
Hey, welcome back.
Santi.
Me, I didn't know you're like money. Unatafuto kama pesa.
No.
Yani, I've looked for you since January, honestly.
Hey. You know, a lot of things have been happening around. Busy, looking for money, looking for some other issues.
Green pastures.
Yeah.
Right, left and center.
Everywhere.
But I thank God you're well.
Thank you so
Kindly
much.
introduce yourself.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning into this great YouTube channel. My name is Samuel Mugore. Samuel Wanyike Mugore, and I'm born again, and I really thank God for hosting me today.
Okay. Yes. Samuel, I'll call you today by the name Samuel. Choose now. Me, I know you as Wanyike wa Mugore.
Actually, that is how many people know me. That is how they identify me through all my social media platforms. That is my artistic name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
First, I want to tell you, if there is a song that encourages me, it's that song you've sung along Githurai. You know, every time I listen to that song, I feel inspired and I feel like you've come from far. And I know so many people are going through a lot of challenges in life.
Right.
They're about to lose hope. They're about to give up.
Right.
They're about just to say, I don't belong here.
Right.
You know, I don't need to be on this earth or this planet. Right. But before even you reach to where you are, Samuel, I would want us just, you take us through and why I've even heard you call yourself Mogore. Mogore is a female name.
Yeah, Mogore
so I would want us just
to
take us back kidogo, your journey since childbirth to where you are today.
If I may start, I was brought up at a place called Nyandarua County. That is my county, Kipipiri constituency, Mikeo location. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, mimi hata sijui location ya kwetu ni wapi.
Mimi najua kila mahali. You know, it's very good to go with accounts of
I think me I'm born Tao.
So huko ndio nimelelewa. You can allow me to mix.
Yes, yeah.
And nikaingia class 1 up to class 8 from there. Nikalelewa na shosho na guka because of a story maybe I'll come to touch thereafter. And nikalelewa na shosho na guka huko for the longest part of life. I've been with them more than I've been even with myself.
Okay.
And so maisha ikawa vivyo ni hivyo kusumbuana hapa na pale. Alafu ikafika mahali nikaingia sasa high school. Nikiwa tu bado pale. Wakati ule my mom is living back at Nairobi. That is where she's residing. And mimi ikawa ni pale kusumbuana na shosho. Unaona mtoto amelelewa na guka na shosho.
Yeah.
Anakuanga somehow reluctant with life. Never serious with life.
They always say spoiled kids.
Exactly. But I would say they tried to instill the best they could have done in me.
Okay.
Because they were disciplining me. Any mess I do, disciplinary measures are taken from. And so when it came to a point I had to join high school, I really did well. I scored very well. I joined Geta High School. Yeah, very good school. A very good school back then. And I joined Form 1 in the year. No, let me not mention about that because I know people will start calculating about my years.
I know.
Yeah, and I went there from 1 to then from 3 a lot of things started happening. You know, that is the moment adolescent is at the peak.
Yeah.
The teenage group, yes, it is at its peak. And so I joined peer groups. I was really influenced by bad characters at that time in that high school. And I wasn't able to control myself because I felt now whatever I'm doing right now it is what I should have started doing since I became a man. Because you see there is that stage you pass and you feel now
from childhood to adulthood.
You feel now you are a man enough, you can control yourself. Nobody should tell you what to do. Nobody should monitor you, you know, such stuff. And when it came to that point, I wasn't able to balance between the group and my studies and family life. By that time, I was also a very good church boy, and I started dropping out of school, out of church. You know, I'm missing church, I'm missing school, I'm going to play pool table. You know, just doing some funny things. And it came to a point now I couldn't even want to go to school. So that is how I found myself. I've dropped out of school. By the way, Guka didn't know that I was not going to school because I was leaving very early in the morning because it was a day school. I could leave very early in the morning with school uniform, but in the bag I have plain clothes.
Oh my God, you're a naughty boy.
So when I get out, I'll wear the plain clothes
and remove the uniform.
The uniform, I put it.
Oh my God.
You get that's the trick I was playing. So when I'm in Severia, nobody will know that I've not gone to school. Nobody will know.
And I'm very sure not being in a day school. Yeah, those tricks are there.
You know.
Yeah.
So I went like that for a whole month. With, you know, in a public school, there are very many students. The teachers cannot be able to monitor the number of students attending. That is the norm in the public schools. And so I went about that for a month. Nobody doesn't know I'm not around until it came to a point there was an academic clinic. The parents were attending an academic clinic. So you are coming with your child, with the teachers of each and every subject respectively.
Someone was caught that day.
Yes. And so it happened that I didn't know there was academic clinic.
Since you don't even attend class.
Since I don't even go. So the parents were sent messages. You say that come tomorrow at this time, be having academic clinic. You come, you know, so that you can be able to monitor how your kid is doing. And so, to my shock, my Guka went. And he realized that I no longer go to school for a month. And he was really shocked. Really shocked.
And he knows he is a witness. You walk out of
Yes.
home every day with uniform and go back in the evening with
uniform. And even I could do assignments.
Samuel, where are you getting the assignments? Or your friends were giving you what?
No, you know, when you go to a study room, Guka won't follow you to know what you're doing and all that. So I could go pretend I'm reading, you know, niko busy na vitabu. Guka didn't tell me that day he was in school. So mimi nilifika tu nyumbani kama kawaida pa kuenda study room, Guka akanyamaza. And the following day akataka kujua huyu kijana anaendanga wapi. So vile nilitoka asubuhi, he followed me very early in the morning. I didn't know he was following me. And so akapata kuna hoteli naendanga kuuza asubuhi. Unaona? Naendanga kuuza asubuhi, alafu masaa mchana ikifika, that is when I join my group once they come now. So akakuja na akabisha because he wanted to make sure it's me he saw. So akakuja kama customer. Sasa na mimi hiyo asubuhi ni pilika za customer, nikaenda kumuuzia. Oh my goodness, I felt like dunia imefika mwisho nipasuke nini. Because the person I've gone to serve,
I'm telling you, it's your guardian.
Yes, and he know that I'm in school.
Oh my God.
Hell broke loose.
Wow. I can imagine kichapo ya kina Guka in shosho.
But you see, vile nilimuona hivi, sikusimama. Sikusimama kwa sababu the embarrassment there.
Mwenye hoteli ya kushindwa Samuel.
Yeah. Unajua vile nilimuona hivi, ni yeye kama huyu the camera guy. Nilimwekea chai hapo na mimi kitchen chua. Hata nilimwacha kwa hoteli. Watu wakashangaa what's happening. So that is when
bag umechukua.
Bag hata sijakumbuka, nimepotea tu hivyo. So kutoka hapo maisha ikakuwa ngumu sana. Because now nashangaa I'll go back home.
Kwa nani?
What will I say? Hata akili yangu haiko imegonga that Guka maybe amefanya investigation back from school akajua siendani. And ikafika sasa jioni ni time ya kuenda nyumbani. Do you know, nilikuwa natetemeka hivi. Nashangaa what will I tell him? Ataniuliza nini? What will I explain? Where am I going to start? The beatings and all that. So nikajiomia tu, nikajikausha and I went home that evening. And that is the time I felt like everything doesn't even like me. Kwa sababu Guka aliniambia kuja. Aliniambia sitakuchapa. Kuja tu. Nieleze what is happening in your life. Ni nini mbaya? Nikamwambia ni leo tu sijaenda. Akaniambia hapana. Jana kulikuwa na academic school na hujakuwa ukienda. What's happening? Wacha nikwambie kichapo ya hizo masiku ilikuwa mbaya sana. So Guka akaniambia leo sitakuchapa, lakini kesho niko na wewe. Kwa sababu saa hii nikikuchapa nitakumaliza. Aliniambia let me contain myself, then I will face you tomorrow. So nikajua ukiona nimesamehewa leo, tomorrow hiyo ni kifo. And let me tell you, nakumbukanga ilifika jioni nikakula. Guka alikuwa anangojea unakula, kisha kula sasa umeshiba vizuri anakuita. Si unajua huko kitambo walikuwa nyinyi mnakaa kitchen, wao wanakaa sebuleni. You get it? So akaniita, nikajua sasa ni hukumu yangu. Nikaambia Mungu wewe nichukue tu hivyo vile niko. Let me tell you the interesting part, nilipigwa nika-faint. Yeah.
Okay, that was not a joke.
Nilipigwa nika-faint. Sasa vile aliona nime-faint, I'm unconscious, alidigoganga na hapa nika-faintuka.
You came back.
Yes, I
Wherever
came
you
back
had
to my
gone,
senses.
he does not come back. I'm not yet done with you.
Nilifufuka.
That was Guka for you.
That was Guka.
And do you thank him today?
You know, he died last year. Unfortunately, they died the same year with the same man. Actually, in a span of 2 weeks. Guka alikufa this week, Shoshoga kufa the following.
And so may their soul rest in peace.
But I will say, let me tell you, they really shaped me up. Lakini kutoka hiyo kichapo, nilipotea kwetu for 2 good years. That is the most now interesting part. Nilipotea kwetu miaka 2.
Where did you go somewhere?
Nilienda kuishi sasa kwa kasenta pale. I had friends. You see the peer group I'd created.
Yeah.
I had friends. So mimi nilichukua tu tunguo twangu. Nikasema sasa hata kama ni masomo nimeachana nayo. And that is how I left. And so nikakaa miaka 2. Life became very tough. Nobody for you. The friends you had, now they've seen you faced the real part of life.
Now you're like a burden to them.
Yes. Now they want to run away from you. Nobody want to associate themselves with you. You know, I started living in my own world. And that time ndio nikaanza kuchoma makaa. Hiyo kuchoma makaa kwetu ni Aberdare, the Aberdare Hills. That is how I started. Let me tell you, nikaanza kuchoma makaa kwa sababu ningeenda kuchoma makaa nilikuwa napata pesa zangu. So I couldn't be a burden to any person. And that is how I started finding life. Nikaishi hivyo. Mwaka wa kwanza ukaisha. And sasa now when I started facing the real situation of life, I started wondering, is this the kind of life I will want to live? Is this how I want my future to look like? Because everybody
now,
is against.
At what age are you thinking about that?
After I'm around now 21 years. It's already late, and I dropped when I was in Form 3.
Okay.
Miaka ishasonga, you know, and nimeanza sasa. You see, there's that time you get to maturity point. You start reasoning like a grown-up person. When you start now facing the future, and I was like, is this the kind of life I want to live? What will I tell my kids? You know, how will I write my biography about my life? And that is when I started rethinking again, restructuring my life and refocusing. And after now 2 years, I went back to Guka and I told him, right now I'm ready to go back to school. I told him I've learned it the hardest way of life.
Yeah.
Life has really taught me how harsh it can be. I have the greatest lesson of life. And I've really refocused myself and I know right now who I want to become in life. He told me, I'm going to give you a second chance because you are my grandson. And because he told me, I love you so much. And whatever I used to do, I did it because I wanted the very best for you. I wanted you to become a very sharp person, because naturally I was a very sharp person. I was a very bright kid back at primary and high school. But you see, because of the influence, you know,
peer pressure.
The peer pressure, everything went away. He gave me a second chance, but he told me, now you're going to live with your mom in Nairobi, because that is where my mom was residing by that time. I told him, so long as I go back to school, so long as I restructure my life again, I'm now ready even to go to that Nairobi, because I used to refuse to come
to Nairobi.
Yes, because huko maisha ilikuwa starehe kabisa. Unaona maisha huko ushago, alafu kuja huko Nairobi umefungiwa. But saa hii hakuna kitu nakataa. Nikamwambia ni sawa sawa. I'll go. Guka told me these words. Mimi sikusomeshangi unisaidie. Na kusomeshanga ndio wewe mwenyewe ukaweza kujisaidia. Those are the
strong words.
Very strong words. Yeah. And those words nazikumbukanga hadi wale, and sipendangi kuzikumbuka because it really happened the way he told me. Because the moment nilifika mahali Mungu akaanza kunipea tu pesa, naweza wasaidia, anaweza niitisha 1,000 nimtumie, you know, mahali niko at least niko na tu pesa
stable.
You know, hata sio ile stable, niko na tu pesa tunaingia kidogo kidogo. That is when alianza kugonjeka, you know, nikakimbizana na yeye and alikufa. He died in a way sikumsaidia. That really, it pains me a lot. I've even never discussed about it with any person, because the moment I talk about it, it really hurt me.
It breaks
because
you
I
down.
felt they could at least stay, at least niweza kuwasaidia kidogo, kwa sababu walisimama na mimi sana when Nobody else could. So naonanga they didn't do me justice. Kwa sababu they went the same time with Shosho. Huyu alikufa this week. Huyo mwingine, I'll come to talk about that maybe at the end of the interview.
Yeah, okay.
So nikakuja nikarudi shule. Let me tell you, nilirudi form 3.
Wow.
Unajua nilikuwa nimedrop nilikuwa form 3 third term.
Okay. So you went back.
I went back
to form
3 afresh.
21 years.
Yes. Yeah, 21. No, by that time sasa nisha turn 22.
Okay.
Nishakuwa mbaba.
All right, so you went back to school?
Yeah, so when I went back to school, nikakuwa sasa kijana serious, kijana nikapenda Mungu, nikajifocus, nikaambia Mungu, kenye unatakanga na maisha yangu, it is time itimie. You know, it is time it will come to pass. And let me tell you, Mungu anasikianga maombi.
Amen.
Unaona tangu nirudi shule, na wakati nilikuja kumaliza my form 4, sikukuja namba 2. I used to come number 1. I really made my God proud.
Amen.
And my parents. You know, kwa sababu nilirudi kama mtu amejifocus, mtu anajua Kenya anataka kwa maisha. Mimi wasichana singewachezesha. Mimi nikakuwa kijana mzuri, nikakuwa kijana wa CU hiyo shule. Let me tell you, by that time I used to do deliverance.
What?
Mimi ningekuombea ungeokoka. Mimi
and are you still doing that?
Yeah. Hata kama sifanyangi
preaching the gospel, yeah.
Exactly. Niona igehujia jito hado hujia. Nitahubiri watu wataokoka.
Wow.
That is a gift Mungu alinipea.
It's grace.
And it really fight me. Anytime I try running away from it,
it fights you.
Back.
Okay.
It fights me really hard. And so nikamaliza shule, nikaingia sasa, ikafika ni kuingia college. Tumemaliza high school. By the way, I was the top student at my high school. Hata ukaenda ile high school nilifanyia inaitwa Embakasi High School. My year, I was the top student. Na hiyo shule hadi wa leo, hakuna mtu ashai perform vizuri the way I did.
Wow.
Yeah. So, nasemanga by that time, it was a testimony I was trying to make. That was the time the devil was trying to fight my destiny. You get, that is the time the devil was trying to make me lose focus, you know. And wakati nilimaliza, shetani bado hakuniacha. But in this time round, he came in a different way. Wakati niliitwa campus, niliitwa Technical University of Kenya. Nile nikapursue journalism because that is whatever I wanted to do. Nilikuwa nasikia nitafanya kitu ingine, nasikia hapana. So when I joined, mamangu na yeye pesa zikaanza kupotea kidogo. So vile niliitwa, ikawa nimejoin the first semester. Kujoin pesa ikakuwa ni haipatikani, fee kulipa ni shida. Niko leo shule, kesho hauko, haufanyi exam, you know. Nikaona, nikapata na idea, nikasema, so nitadefer, niende ni hustle, time nitapata pesa nitarudi shule. But vile nilidefer, nikaona, let me join college because there I can be able to do part-time classes. So when I defied, I started doing evening classes. I could attend classes from 6 to 8 in the evening. Then during the day, I'm doing my own hustles to be able to finance my studies. And that is how I did. Nikaingia NIPS College, nikasoma miaka 2, na Mungu akanisaidia nikamaliza. Nikijihasolia hivyo tu, nikiuza, kuna time nilikuwa nauza thermos. There are people who know me from that point. Nikiuza thermos, nikiuza viatu za mtumba za Gikomba. I've hustled my way out of life. Nimehustle sana. So kutoka hapo ndipo nikamaliza shule. Mungu akanisaidia. I happened to meet my very good friend up to date, anaitwa PK Targeter. Huyo ndiye aliniandika kazi ya kukuwa marketer kwa kampuni yake ya vitabu. Very renowned publishing company here in Kenya, vitabu. So mimi nikakuwa marketer in a way, so he could pay me some good money. So nikaweza kujilipia fee nikisoma. You get? Nikamaliza. So kumaliza kazi nayo hampatani. Unajua tunaambiwa sometimes here in Kenya people should stop lying to people that sometimes education is the key to success. Unasomanga wakikwambia education is the key to success, alafu wanaiba kifunguo.
When you say wanaiba kifunguo, do you mean?
Azin, unasoma, unatia bidii kabisa. Ukikuja kutafuta hiyo kazi hakuna.
Oh yeah.
You get, and you start wondering,
why did you even go to school in the first place?
Unapatanga sasa wale tulikuwa tunacheza na wao pool ile time, wengine wameoa na wako na watoto, nasema
you're still pursuing.
Sasa nikasema si hata heri mimi pia ningeoa nikuwe na watoto. Kwa sababu nimesoma after long na sija secure
so
kazi.
You had reached that point.
Yes. But sikukufa moyo. We happened to meet a guy with a guy uko college anaitwa Nelson. I always mention him wherever I go because at least he tried to bring some light to me. Akaniambia nao tumesoma na hatuna kazi. Tutafanya nini? Na tumesomea journalism. Can we try to execute what we have so that at least we see if we can be able to do something? And that is how we joined ideas. We started the idea of online radios here in Kenya. There was no any other online radio in Kenya. Ilikuwa ina stream through Facebook and all that. We were the people who introduced that through a radio called Mogambo FM. It was the very first online radio in Kenya. You know, that is how we did it. Na nikakuwa director sasa. Director hana kakitu. So you can imagine.
Director hustler.
Director hata si hustler juu hata hustler, unajua kuna hustler na wako na pesa.
Sasa tunaweza kukuita aje?
Mimi nilikuwa sitaki kusema nini but
director msoto.
I think that is the best time we can use.
Okay.
So, but Mungu alinisaidia. Saipan. Wakati nilikuwa director pale, I did it free. Kama silipwi hata hela moja for 1 year. Mwaka mzima nilifanya kama silipwi. Natafuta njia za kusurvive. So, nikitafuta njia za kusurvive hapa bado nikiwa director, nikaanza kazi ya umakanga. Na hakuna mtu alikuwa anajua. Mimi nilikuwa naenda, I used to do morning shows. Hata watu wakaingia Facebook.
Ulikuwa unaenda gari za wapi? Route gani?
Kayole. Kuna gari zinaitangwa Kani Travelers. Na bado ziko hata saa hii. So, watu wakaingia shows za Mogambo FM, waangalie huko nyuma kabisa, they will find me there. Nikiwa kakijana tu, kena ini fulani, but Mungu ni mkuu. So nilikuwa naenda, nikiingia morning hours, nakuja napanga hizi shows zingine, some other few stuffs, naenda huko nawaambia kuna mahali nakimbia, naenda kupiga umakanga, so that by jioni nikuwe na pesa ya kukula sapa. Because many other times I used to sleep hungry, kufungiwa nyumba. Mimi nimelala kesha za compulsory, kwa sababu umefika kwa nyumba saa 4. Sasa unanicheka.
Sikucheka. You know, it is challenging but very interesting, Samuel. And I feel, let me laugh because I don't think we are in the cry season.
Yes,
God has remembered us. So
as
much as we're talking about the past, I know someone will cry with you. But as we are celebrating, because if you never went to wilderness, you would not be here. True or false?
True.
And I've always told people, before you have a breakthrough, you have to go through the wilderness.
That's true.
You have to. Whether you like it or not, you have to.
Right.
I'll come to that when you're ending up.
Very true. Where was I? Nilikuwa kwa kulala kesha.
Na kulala kwa kesha. Compulsory kesha.
Unajua unalala aje kesha? Umefika kwa nyumba saa 4 za usiku. Actually saa 5.
Kiateka alifunga nyumba saa 1.
Sasa wewe unafika kwa nyumba unashangaa. Ni aliona vitu zangu zitaibwa akaniongezea kufuli ingine, ama ni mimi nilisahau nikafunga na kufuli 2
na huna ki
na huna what's happening. Ulikuwa unarusha tu hivi mkono ukaigwa toge kwiro hao, kwa sababu imagine haujaoga ile uchovu ya siku yote mzima, haujakula maybe most of the times, you are very tired, you just need to sleep somewhere, ulale tu. Hata kama hujakula ujue umelala, you know, lakini unakosa otherwise. So hapo kwa neighbor kulikuwa na church, ilikuwa na maombi kila siku. So wewe unasema acha tu niende kwa church, nikienda nifukuzwe tutakaa hapo nje na soja. Lakini na mimi kizuri Mungu alikuwa amenipatia kipawa. So ningeingia huko ni kwanza maombi papa ya 20 minutes. Naomba nini kiribabuli and all that. And then nikiona sasa watu wote wamezama, mimi najiekelea na lala. So by the time, na saa zingine ulikuwa unalala kama umepiga magoti, ndio watu waone kama una intercede. You get, so unalala, then inafika mahali watu wanakunywa chai, unashukuru Mungu umepata breakfast, na saa hizo ni saa 9, unakunywa kachai kako, nasema Roshino rogakia gayari kiama. So that is how I used to survive until the time Mungu alinisaidia. I met a guy anaitwa Jeremy Damaris through a friend of mine. Anaitwa Warino Celeb. I don't know whether you know her. That lady, she's the one who made me meet Jeremy Damaris because Jeremy came to Kenya. He wanted to start his station. By then it was running from America. So he wanted to establish it here in Kenya. So he wanted to use Warino because he had seen her at Mugambo FM. But that lady, she was used by God because he told Jeremy, I have a guy I know we can work with because he's even good at computers, editing and all that, even camera work is good. And so he sold me well to Mr. Jeremy Damaris. Let me tell you, that is how I went to Jeremy. I did an interview and I really passed well. Nikapita vizuri, he liked it, and that is how he offered me a job. And that was the transition of my life from the real struggle now to at least a better position, to a breakthrough. Let me say that. Yes. Okay. Then when I joined Jeremy Damaris, I worked with him at KDM. I worked there for 1.7 months. That is 1 year and 7 months. 7 months. And I'll say that guy really changed my life, really transformed my life.
He gave you a platform.
He gave me a platform. There are very many people from diaspora, people who know me. Most people, you won't introduce me to many people from diaspora because they know my face. I've worked there for long. We've done very many projects. Tumesaidia watu wengi sana, watu wako na mashida. We've transformed families, lives, and I really thank God for the time I worked with Mr. Jeremy Damaris, and even today I accord him the best respect because he's the person who's seen me where I am today. Wow. Because that time pia nikaanza kuiba, I realized very many dreams when I was working with him. Yes.
Wow. So tell me, how did you come to become? I know you as a gospel musician.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, initially nikiwa kwanzia kitambo sana, when I was a young boy, I used to lead praise and worship ya Sunday school. So that is when nilijua naweza imba. Alafu kwetu, because it's a village, I could sing nyimbo za kigosho sana. Unajua, I was saying, kuna ile watoto wakisoma, unaulizangwa, hold you want to become? So mwingine anasema, I even remember my classmate, kuna kijana alisema nataka kukua pilot, mwingine akasema nataka kukua engineer, mwingine daktari, mwingine akasema nataka kukua terrorist. Alafu kasichana kengine kakauliza wewe unataka kukua nani? Akasema bibi ya terrorist. And so that mimi nilikuwa nasema I want to become a gospel artist. By that time I didn't know I had
you had an inner calling of singing.
Exactly. You know, I didn't know I would become a journalist. By that time I didn't even know such things, but I pursued that.
Wow.
Mimi kanisa yetu nilikuwa naongoza kigosho hata saa hii. Once I hold the mic, the Holy Spirit uses me in a mighty way.
It leads you.
It leads me.
I would say you don't go by body and blood. You go by the Spirit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kwa sababu mimi sasa unaona unafanya nikumbuke kigosho, naona kama niko kwa church nikitoa uira. You'll understand me.
Okay.
But once I hold the mic, I can even lead kigosho for 2 hours.
Wow.
Nasichoki.
That's nice.
You know, it's something that is inside me. And when I figured about my life, the things I've gone through, the journey I've walked, the miles I've gone, the mountains I've climbed and the valleys I've gone through, I felt, let me put this into a composition. I wrote something very, I wrote the journey of life down because one day I'm going to release a book of the things I've gone in life, the things I've learned in life. But when I was writing, the Holy Spirit revealed to me, he brought a tone when I was writing and I started singing, da, 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 you know, so nikiwa tu pale, nikaona hii penye nimeandika kutoka hapa mpaka hapa, I'm going to put it into a song.
Wow.
That is how I did my first song, Diare Wako Edeka.
Wow.
Because I started figuring when I dropped out of school, when I was going through all those things, nobody wanted to associate themselves with me. I remember there are some of my cousins, they were told by their parents not to even get any closer to
associate with you.
But once I started, you know, shining,
what we will say, your stem started producing some leaves, fruiting some flowers.
Exactly. That is the term. At least you see now they're trying to come closer to you. So I saw. So there was a time you guys never wanted to get associated with me, but now you want to associate yourself with me. So it is not about me, it is what is in me. It is what you want to get from me. That is why you're coming. So that is how I wrote my first song, Diare Wako Edeka. That song is a real testimony of me.
Of your breakthrough.
It is a real testimony
of your journey.
Of my journey and where God have brought me from. The first stanza I usually say, this song.
Just sing it.
In Kikuyu,
in Kikuyu, and then maybe you can just hit to people what it means, because I'm sure not everybody is a Kikuyu.
That's true. I sing Diare Wako Edeka Nidadaiweliro Idhafinere ando abatadigiona ando Tarunekoraya Gayando tete Dirikanago woga igwata ingeita maidori. You know,
wow.
The first stanza I say, Roro ibogo ina rohana tawira wakwa Nyanirira jugenga iwakwa ne ahotaga Mare maga mundo wene mahotaga Ishidinge kila nashonende kwa nyumbure. You know, Tarune koraya Gayando tete Dirikanago woga igwata ingeita maidori. You know, it says, for those maybe who doesn't understand Kikuyu, that this song, I'm going to put it as my testimony because it is very far the Lord has brought me from. When I recall, when I remember where I've gone through, I would almost shed tears.
Oh my God. It's such a powerful song. For me, it really inspires me and it really encourages me. Samuel, now you, today I see a blessed person. I see a person who, a lot of people look up to you. And the generation you're living today, the kind of life you're living today, a lot of, I would say, the young generation, our young boys and girls, even older people have gone through a lot. What is that encouraging word that you will tell them? Some of them think that I didn't go to school, so I can't make it in life. My parents were never married, so even me, I can't marry and bring up a family. You know, there are people who have that mentality. What word of encouragement would you give them? Even that child that has run away and think that mom has beaten me, dad has beaten me, I don't need to go to school. You ran away, and what you thought was good outside, you thought it was honey, ukapata ndimu, and you came back home.
Right. And
today you just said today that the 2 years you went out molded you to the person you are today, because you realize life is not that easy.
Yes.
It's good to go through that triumph and the fire for you to be where you are.
Right.
What word of encouragement will you give them as you wind up?
I'll say that life will never be easy, and let me first talk to parents. Sometimes you'll see your kids misbehave, and some parents won't want to know, they won't want to dig and know why is this child behaving this way. Sometimes the devil will try to fight their destiny when they are young, because the devil doesn't want to bring this child to a point, they'll realize they can be something. You see, so the devil will try fighting that child from the very young age, you know, before they realize themselves. The devil has already destroyed their life, you know, because that is what happened into my life. You know, the devil was trying to fight me, and you see, every person couldn't see the devil fighting me. They were saying this person don't want to go to school. Na mimi mwenyewe nikijichunguza nataka kusoma, but there's that thing pushing me away from school. Something has just been brought here. Unajua shetani anakuleteanga kenye unataka, then he'll destroy you. So he brought that thing that I loved most, you know, that company, you know, those other things. He brought them here, you see, to take away whatever God has ordained me to be. I'll say, if you see yourself suffering, if you see yourself fighting very strong battles, sometimes you even wonder if you are the one fighting. It is the Lord trying to mold you. It is the Lord trying to shape you to what He'll want you to be. Sometimes those people, even if you can ask the renowned people in and outside Kenya, the people who have great destinies, the people who have great monies, they have great things. It was never easy at first.
They have triumphed to be where they are today.
Exactly. Let me tell you one thing, and I talked to somebody there. If you see your life just going smooth, everything is working out well, then you might not be let me not say you must not be going somewhere. You might not be going somewhere because somebody who has a great destiny, you must fight, you must battle, because we live in a battlefield. You must fight. I wrote someone and said, sasa wewe unakosa maadui, Mungu akuandalie meza mbele ya kina nani. You know, because in life ukienda unapata you making one enemy, two kesho, just know that you are going somewhere. Sometimes in life
you have a great destiny.
Yes, you must fight. You must be ready to stand on your own. Shetani hananga kazi na mtu anajua haendi mahali. The devil will never fight any person who doesn't have a destiny. Look, like your case, I cried when I listened to it, you know, because you are going very far.
Amen.
God has destined you for greatness.
Amen.
So you had to go through that so that you can be able, you can be shaped to who you are today.
Thank you so
much.
Get?
Amen. Sometimes I say, because God is going to really uplift us, what shall we tell people if we've gone through nothing?
Yeah.
Yes,
very true.
We must make our own testimonies. We must be ready to be built, to be molded, so that at least when one day God will make us shine and be very bright, that every person can see us, we'll have a journey, we'll have a testimony that we've walked, and it will be a testimony to them.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, my viewer, I cannot add anything. Samuel has talked it out. You that feels that life has come to an end, you that feels that you are not going to make it to Form 1, I'm very sure that today you shall make it. You've heard Samuel's story. Even after dropping out of school, he just went back, and today look at where he is. Indeed, our God is faithful. Our God is amazing. Our God does not sleep, never does he slumber. And another thing I'll always say, and I've always said, when God decides to lift you or uplift you, he does not need anyone's opinion. All he does is when that time and that date and that day the sun rises, he tells his angels, go. It is time today for me to bless my son, to bless my daughter, to bless that which I have chosen. And before I wind up, I would really want Samuel to tell us where we can reach him. Do you write songs?
Yes.
Do you produce songs?
Yeah, no,
I know there's so many people maybe out there, they're like, I have a song, I don't know how to start going. Are you in a position like you can mentor them and show them the way?
Definitely.
Okay, please
I write songs. Maybe there is somebody who feel I can do a song. I can sing.
But I don't have someone to write for me a song.
Yes. I don't have a way of composing one. I do song composition. We will one-to-one. I don't record song, but I can refer you to a good place, to a good studio where you can record quality music. You can do something that is up to standard.
Okay.
You get all those things I can do.
Where can we find you?
My social handles, I use one name, Wanyiko Amugure, everywhere on Facebook, on
Instagram.
Twitter, yeah, niko IG, niko Twitter pia, Wanyiko Amugure,
Facebook,
Facebook Wanyiko Amugure,
YouTube.
Facebook page, Wanyiko Amugure also. And then YouTube, because that is why I'm doing a lot of things. If you want to see everything, every of my move daily, that is where you'll get everything. Wanyiko Amugure Official.
All right.
Wanyiko Amugure Official, that is where you can get me, and things are good.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I am so honored. I'm so happy. May God continue lifting you up.
Amen.
And expanding your territories. To my viewer, I want to say a very big thank you. As you can see, it's becoming dark. Like I said, this person, I've looked for him since January. So you can imagine, Mungu akikupandisha cheo, you become busy that sometimes ulikuwa unatafutana, sasa ni wewe unatafutwa. That is what we call God's grace. I want to say a big thank you to Ray Seray Gardens that has given us this amazing platform. It's located along Marurui. Yeah, you can Google. It's a very nice place for an outdoor meetings. If you want to come for an evening staycation with your amazing girlfriend or boyfriend or even wife or husband, it's a very nice place. Very good food and ample parking. I'm very sure you can hear some background parking cars getting in and out. We apologize for that. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share this content. Until next time, Soipan Fraternity, good day, good night, shalom. Bye bye.